Hello. This video will guide you through the basic steps to setting up Pro security settings. The process is to first create groups such as sales, office staff, and interns. Then enter the usernames to these groups and assign each a unique password. Once the groups are established and users assigned to these groups, the next step is to set the permission schedule for each group. There are many reasons to set up security for the data file. A few of them would be to allow access to sensitive information only to staffers who require such information to perform their assignments. Another reason would be to safeguard your data from unsolicited export. Another feature to setting up security is the link to the history log where all changes to the data file are recorded. The security settings are located in the Preferences section of the data file. Click on the security icon to open these options. The first step is to check the Enable Security checkbox. Then close the Preferences window. A prompt to save your changes will appear. Click Save. What will happen is a login window will appear. Here in this window, only enter admin into the username field. Leave the password field blank. Then clicking the Home icon will allow you back into the program. Once you're in the data file, click back into Preferences and then into the Security section. Begin entering the user groups or departments. As you enter each group, click on the plus sign to move it into the lower field and confirm the addition. The admin group was created when you first began this process. Notice the admin checkbox is already selected. It's recommended to have only one group designated as the data administrator. The admin group entries are the only ones who are able to make changes to the security settings. Continue entering the group names and clicking the plus sign to confirm them into the data file. When you have completed the groups, the next step is to enter users to the groups and assign passwords. First, highlight the group to which you are adding the users, then click in the lower field under the User tab. Enter the name of the user and click the plus sign. You can add as many usernames to each group as needed. There is no set limit. As you enter each name, click in the password field in the corresponding row and assign a password. Repeat the process for each group and each user. Please note, as you assign passwords to users, document this information and keep it in a safe place. You won't be able to call the Artsystems support line for this information. Once the passwords are assigned, adjusting the permissions schedule for each group would be the next step. Click on the group name and then the Permissions tab. Please note that the permissions you set up per group applies to all the users in that group. We suggest the admin group have full rights to the database as a function of the data administrator. To add full rights, click the Permissions tab. Then open the Artsystems directory. Select the top checkbox of the Display and Edit columns. This will auto-select the full directory of options. When you click back on the next group, there will be a prompt to save your changes. When you select the next group in the top field, the Display and Edit checkboxes below will revert to blank. Proceed down the list, selecting the individual features and functions you wish to allow the selected group. Clicking Display allows the user to view information. Selecting Edit allows the user to make changes in that feature. An alternate way of setting security is to check the top Display and Edit checkboxes, then go through the list, removing the check mark from individual features. I'll demonstrate the process one more time. First, click on the group name. Then in the lower field, in the Permissions section, click the top Display and Edit checkboxes. Then individually remove the checks from the selected options through the directory. Each group setting is treated as unique in the data file. Giving permissions to one group will not automatically allow the same permissions to a different group. The settings for each group have been saved within the data file. To view each group setting, click on the group name and then open the Permissions directory and scroll through the selected options. You can also adjust the setting by clicking on the group and editing the permissions selection. When you have completed the security setup, save your changes. Once the security setup is completed, as each user opens the application, they will be prompted to log in, entering their username and designated password. Once the username and password are entered, click on the Home icon to gain access to the data file. Once you're in the data file, open the modules and begin using the program. Thank you for visiting our Artsystems video collection. For more tutorials, please visit our website www.artsystems.com/tutorial.